Faced with all of the terrible things that have happened between the Palestinians and Israelis that continue to happen, the war in Gaza, the continuing of the occupation, and with the growing sense of bitterness and frustration, many people are saying that peace is not really possible. Are you still hopeful that a peace can be made?
Well, I am. I never have lost faith in the possibility or probability or inevitability of peace. And the reason I say that is because the overwhelming majority of Israelis and Palestinians, whether they're Fatah or Hamas, the overwhelming portion of the Syrians and the Lebanese and Jordanians, they all want peace. And if you run public opinion polls, they've been consistent for the last 30 years or so. Absolutely. 60% or more of the people want peace. Sometimes they go up to 80%.
The vast majority of the Israeli body politic are tired of being a nation perpetually at war. They want to see a peace agreement. They want to see a secure peace agreement. And so do the Palestinian people. There are some elements of the Palestinian polity who sound an awful lot like they don't want to see peace, but the vast majority of the Palestinian people, I think, do want peace, and I know the vast majority of the Israeli people do. A comprehensive peace and a sustained and lasting peace.
There's no question about the extent of the bitterness, but I think paradoxically that gives us an opportunity, but I think we have to change our way of doing things. And no longer can we sit down and say, we'll provide the table and we hope you, the Palestinians, and you, the Israelis, can come to a deal. We've got to play a more active role.
I basically agree with Brent. Frustration is widespread, and ultimately neither side is really prepared to make the necessary concessions. It takes a constructive, impartial, energetic, outside mediator to push the process forward. And there's only one candidate who can fill these qualifications, and that is the United States, and more specifically, the President of the United States.
Make no mistake about it, the United States is the indispensable party in terms of getting a peace deal negotiated between Arabs and Israelis because of our relationship with Israel. No American administration will ever abandon Israel.
There's no point assigning blame and saying this one is more responsible than the other one. It's a tragic situation. Two decent peoples are locked in a mortal embrace, and they cannot move towards peace unless someone really helps them.
How do you deal with the question of what people you talk to?
You have to talk to people. You have to talk to people. You talk to your enemies like we did when we encouraged them to attend the Madrid conference and break the old taboo that Arabs and Israelis, or that Palestinians and Israelis and other Arabs and Israelis wouldn't talk to each other.
We were talking about Hamas, and I gather you think that we should find a way to talk to Hamas.
First of all, I think we ought to offer to talk to Hamas. I see nothing to be gained by ostracizing them. There's more than one Hamas. It is not a monolithic force.
Absolutely.
And the Hamas group inside Gaza has different perspective from the Hamas group, the two Hamas groups in Damascus. And in addition, I think if the peace process got moving, Hamas won't want to be left out of it. It will give them a tremendous incentive to come back in and participate.
Find a way, find a construct where Hamas where the views and commitments of Hamas can be obtained. And again, I get back to what I said earlier. We were faced with this same situation in 1991 with the PLO. We couldn't talk to PLO. Israel wouldn't talk to PLO. But we found a construct that worked. And the same thing can be done today. But you can't make peace with people if you're not willing to talk to them.
We have to recognize also the fact that there's also tremendous diversity on the Israeli side.
Sure.
We have to talk to everyone if we want to move towards peace.